was fine. It looks a bit wrapped just because I've removed the sticker that has my address and some personal info. Anyway, let's open it. Ooh, we have some lovely packaging on the inside. It has a lovely little black envelope with all the pencils in it. It has some yellow ribbons. Oh, and it even has a little thank you gift of a sticker, a pencil, and a little note just explaining what the pencil is. Thank you. So just as a little explanation, Blackwing 602 is a really famous pencil. It was used by Chuck Jones and John Steinbeck, and a bunch of other famous musicians, illustrators, writers, and Stephen King today still uses one of the Blackwing pencils as his pencil of choice when he's writing any of his books. However, it was later discontinued. However, in 2011, it was brought back with a few different variations as well. And here we have them all. So this packaging is a bit different than what you might have gotten because I bought mine from Etsy. So if you go from the actual website, you can only buy one of these specific pencils that they do. So basically they sell like their artist, like illustrators one, I don't really know what it's called yet, in a pack of I think 6 for like something like £20-ish. However, you can only get that one illustrator's pencil, but you get 6 of them. Rather than here, I get one of each pencil for quite a bit cheaper as well from Etsy. I'll link the store below. So here we have a really nice little envelope with all these pencils inside. So yeah, these are like really famous pencils. As I say, the Blackwing 602. This one is used by Stephen King and a few other writers and just musicians, people that like to do a lot of calligraphy. This is often their one of choice. This is one that I actually have this one as it's been given to me from one of our friends. However, I have used it up pretty quickly, which is why I'm now buying the others as well, so I can try out the others. Then this is the Blackwing Natural. This is the Blackwing Matte. This is the one that's used by a lot of artists and illustrators. And this is the Blackwing Pearl. Something that's really iconic and famous about these pencils is the way that you can buy replacements for the rubber. And the rubber, instead of some stupid pencils where like the rubber just fades down to like the end of the metal bit that holds the actual rubber, these have this little clasp that holds the rubber, and then you can open it up and then push the rubber up, and then you always have a stream of rubber. And then obviously if your rubber fully runs out, then you can buy more from their shop. One thing I really like is just the length of the pencil. Like they're not like some pencils that are just really short and like you just go through them really quickly. So they will last you a long time. However, first we need to sharpen all of these, so let's get to that. So Blackwing also has their own specific sharpener, which I've seen before and I've tried out the sort of rip-off version. And I have to say the rip-off version was really good, so I'm expecting that their own one is really good. However, it is £20, but the benefit of their sharpener is that the way it works is it actually sharpens pencil around it, not just the actual tip of the lead. So the sharpener that they've got will go all the way down so it sharpens the wood as well. So that means that the lead will stay sharp for a really long time. And finally we'll sharpen our pencil that came as a gift, which is the Nataraj Marble HB. So this is one of the Etsy shop favourite pencils. Nataraj is a company synonymous with pencils in India, produces these brightly coloured examples marbled by hand. No two are the same. This is something inspiring about writing with a pencil, unique in all the world. So that's a pretty cool thing. And then it has a little thank you bit on the back of this from the company that made this on Etsy. It's pretty hard to as it seems. Often you can tell when it's just a cheap pencil that's not actually that good, just by how well it sharpens. Obviously you're going to want a good sharpener, but if you're just using a plastic sharpener, then that's just the sharpener's fault. But knowing that I've got a sharpener that works pretty well on its own without anything else, slightly worries me. But we'll test it on the paper first. So first we will just start off with the Blackwing 602. This is like their most iconic one. So I've already tried this one out, and I can already say that it's lovely. It stays really sharp for ages. It goes really dark, and this isn't even like the Illustrator's one. That one goes pretty much to like a proper black, like you're using charcoal. One of the benefits with these that my friend was telling me about is that the actual lead inside pretty much never snaps. She's used these pencils for ages, and the actual lead inside has never snapped for her. So often if you like drop a pencil, the lead inside might crack or snap, and that means that then when you get to sharpening that bit, it just doesn't sharpen like this one, which is my slight worry that maybe during postage the lead snapped and therefore it wasn't so good. However, these, because of how high quality they are, they just don't snap. So yeah, I personally really like their Blackwing 602. I think for writing, when I'm doing like homework or anything at school, it's just, you can write with it really quickly. It even says half the pressure, twice the speed on one of the sides of the pencil. And it's just really nice to hold, and you can just get a lot of different shades with this. So I'd be happy using this for art, even though it's just made for like calligraphy. Next up, we're going to use the Blackwing Matte. This is the one that's made for illustrators. Apparently it's got a really soft lead, and so it's supposed to go really dark and feel a bit like using charcoal. Well, I can certainly say it does have a feeling like charcoal, and even when I'm not pressing down that hard, it goes like really dark already. But then even then it has like a huge range. I can just go like this, and that's like pretty light, so it's definitely got a huge range from going to something like that, which to the eye looks basically black, and then at the same time being able to do something like this, which just looks like a pretty plain grey. So next, the Blackwing Natural. This one, on their website, they say that it works well for extended writing and detailed line work. So I guess for those bits of sketching where you're just doing lots of detail, say for me when I'm maybe doing a bit of like comic style stuff, and you're really just having to do a long stretch of writing, maybe for like a text bubble, or maybe just a long stretch of line work type stuff, this would be your ideal go-to. They say that it's got a hard lead, and I can sort of feel that, but at the same time it feels quite soft. I'm not sure if that's just in comparison to the Blackwing Matte, but then with the Blackwing Natural, it feels a lot more just like your regular pencils. I can see why it might be comfortable to use for stuff like extended writing or stuff like that, because it is pretty nice. But personally, I think I'd just use like the regular Blackwing 602 or the Blackwing Matte for that sort of stuff. So Blackwing Natural, interesting. I can see the appeal. I don't think it's as useful as the others. And then finally we have the Blackwing Pearl, which they say it's made for calligraphy and illustration. So it definitely goes nice and dark. I do like the feel of it. It does have like a very soft lead, and I do like just how light it is. So it is very comfortable on the hand. So at the moment I'm going to say that my favourites are probably the Blackwing Matte, which I know I love to have just a really soft nib for when I'm sketching. I've just gotten into using 6B pencils. Before that I'd just pretty much only been using my mechanical pencil, but it's just so nice just to have a proper soft lead. And then I'd probably say that, and probably also just the Blackwing Pearl. It feels really soft in the hand, and it's really comfortable to hold, and I could just be holding this for ages. Then of course, as our little gift nib, we've got the Nataraj Marble. I've got no idea how to say that. Now, as you can see, I was not able to sharpen it fully. Like I said, it did not feel that nice to sharpen. So I am slightly worried about this pencil not being that great. So obviously, because I'm not able to sharpen it properly, it's going to feel different in the hand if you were to sharpen it properly. But it definitely does feel nice, and I do like the softness of the lead. As you can tell, I do really like proper soft lead. I think that this compares to just like your average 6B pencil. I can see the appeal of having just sort of marble pencil, but I don't really know how much this is. This just came as a little gift. But my guess is that it's probably going to be quite a bit more expensive than your average pencil because of the marble. So if you like the way it looks, fine, but I think you might as well just get your average 6B pencil. I mean, it advertises as HB. I think it feels a bit more like 6B. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Nataraj Marble. I think it's a decent pencil. I think the main selling point though is just the fact that it's got the marble. I do think it's impressive that it's hand done, so it's not just been done by some sort of machine, and it's not been automated. This has been done by hand in India, and I do like the idea that every pencil is unique. So finally, as our last thing today, we're just going to do a few little sketches just to test out the pencils and just find if there are any little flaws that are absolute deal breakers. So far I've not sensed any, but really you can only tell once you get to do a bit of sketching. I'm just going to go onto Pinterest. I'm just going to have a look at some of my favourite pins, and this is often what I end up doing when I'm sketching, is I'll just have a look what sort of artworks that I like by other artists, and I'll just copy off of them a bit when I'm bored, and it's just a really relaxing way just to learn a bit of art without having to feel too pressured into doing like a full artwork. So I'm going to be doing this artwork by artist Josiah. I think it's pronounced Josiah Barton. I'm not exactly sure what this artwork is titled. It says there Leskja. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but I think it's a pretty cool artwork, and we're just going to do a few sketches of it with each pencil. Let's just get sketching. It seems a bit wonky, but that's just me. But as you can see from these two lines, it's really nice just to get a nice smooth line with this, instead of just going like that, which is good when you just want to get like a flat block of art, like maybe that. But often what you just want is just a nice straight line, so it's better to just go something a bit more like that. So immediately I'm just going to test the eraser out a bit. I think it works decent for the sort of eraser it is. I think it's much better than sort of just like a basic eraser, but it's not like one of those amazing Tombow erasers that like don't leave any smudge marks and pretty much erase everything. A quick little buyer's guide. If you're going to be doing lots of manga, maybe comics, go with Blackwing Natural. If you like to do a lot of realism, stuff like that, go with the Blackwing Matte. If you just want a nice pencil, just go with the Blackwing 602. You could also go with the Blackwing Pearl. The Blackwing Pearl is great for if you still want to have a bit of shading, but you want to do a bit more writing, maybe more calligraphy. They're all pretty similar really. If you're looking for a harder lead, I'd just say go with the Blackwing Natural. But if you're looking for something softer, go with like the Blackwing Matte. And then just like a more regular style pencil, either of these two are great. So yeah, really it just depends what you draw. I recommend that you try the starter set by Bartleby's on Etsy. So they did this little set, so it just means that you don't have to buy an entire set just of these. You can get one of each of the pencils, which is really helpful if you are new to Blackwing pencils like me and you just want to try them all out and see which one's your favourite. Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and here's another video that I think you'll like as well.